First step we're gonna be doing is putting on some of our eyeshadow primer, and this is my shop. I will link that down below. And I'm just going through and I'm putting some eyeshadow primer on. We're gonna be doing 5 looks today. We're gonna start off with is a basic, so like every day. We could do a no makeup look as for the. We are gonna go through and we're gonna use this shade right here all over the eyelid.
I'm just taking that shade on my eyelid and blending it.
Let's get some. We're just getting some thumbnails. Okay, so now we're gonna go and use this in the crease.
I'm just adding to my crease the shade I just showed you and blending that in.
I'm gonna put this all over the eyelid. That's gonna be like no makeup style. But that is our everyday look. This is falling. Okay, so we got our first look done. My boyfriend's texting me. Okay. And then we're gonna go into the second look. We're gonna do some brights today. We're gonna do the eyelid. We're gonna do that shade all over the eyelid. I have some fun with this palette. So I think we are gonna do some pink for the next look. Or maybe some blue. Not sure. Okay. I think we're gonna go in with these shades for the next look. So this is number two, look number 2. So we're gonna go in with this all over the eyelid. And I forget that I have a mirror. And if I stop talking, it's probably because I did do voiceover. So I think we're gonna use our finger for this actually, to build that shade up. This is my very first time using Beauty Creations. I've never used this brand before. This is my very first time and like my first impressions on this company, formula, like stuff like that. Never used their products. Okay, so this looks crazy. Like, we're just cleaning that up with a makeup wipe. And then we're gonna use this on my eyelid. Oh, that looks pretty. This is giving me like fairy tale type of makeup, but like dramatic fairy tale too. Oh, we could do white. If you're wearing like bright eyeshadow, you could always use white and like your waterline and it'll pop it. Number 2 is just like pink right up here. And that's why you should do your eyeshadow before like your base makeup. Now we're gonna do look 3. Let's do look 3. This might stain my eyes. I don't know. I've never used this formula. Typically that's what I do. If there's like too much color left in my eyeshadow or of the eyeshadow, I'll just cover it with eyeshadow primer. Especially if I'm filming like multiple videos in a day. Typically I do multi-filming for like with clock app. Let's get on to look number 3. Okay, so now that we know that it does very well brights, I think what we're gonna do, I kind of want to play with this orange, even though I know it's like winter. Or I could do something for New Year's Eve, which I don't know if I'm gonna post this before New Year's Eve. We could play with these 3 colors. So the white, the green, and the mint green.
I'm going through and I'm taking that white shade I just showed you and putting that on top of my eyelid.
Just putting that white on the crease, well, on the eyelid. Green, so this green right here, and the crease.
I'm taking that mint green shade that I had just shown you and I'm putting that in the crease of my eyelid, and I'm going through and blending it out.
So with this, the color does build up. It just takes a little bit to build up. So that's what I'm noticing with the formula is it does build up, but it just takes a little bit to get that color to build up. So what I've been using is just my finger, like this. This is also pretty as without the shimmer. I just love colorful eyeshadow. I think people are realizing that colorful eyeshadow just it never really went away. It's just their interest changed. But I've always loved colorful eyeshadow. I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes that are colorful. And I'm gonna be doing a 5 Lux 1 palette with the other 2 palettes. So this is gonna be one, and then I'm gonna do another one with the other palettes. We're just building up that color. I recommend using the pads of your finger besides a brush. Because then it's gonna melt that formula right in your eyelid. Like I said before, the only thing I'm noticing with this palette is it just takes a little bit to build up. All right, now we're gonna go in with this shimmer all over our eyelid. Oh, that's super pretty. It's giving like a mint chocolate chip cookie color, and I love it. Because I don't have anything in my palettes that's like this mint of a green. So I was actually really excited to see that shade. Look at that, that's so pretty. This you could have wore for like Christmas too. And again, I know it's like traditional green, but green is green. That is so pretty. I gotta clean that up though with a wipe. If you don't, what I recommend is doing your eyeshadow before your base makeup, because I am filming 5 of these in one video. I already have my base done, but I recommend that you do your eyeshadow before your base. But that is the gorgeous color. This is gorgeous. And do look 4 and 5. Now we're gonna do look 4. I'm gonna see what other colors. I'm not gonna do any type of sort of like reds. I don't think there's really any reds in here. I kind of want to play with this purple right here. So this light purple on the dark purple, but I don't know if that would look right. Or maybe this purple and this silver. This pink and this pink. This pink and that pink, but I've already done a pink look. We could do like a green and silver for like St. Patrick's Day. I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but I know some do. Then again, I'm not Irish. I want to do that orange, even though it's giving like candy corn. But I like that. It's perfect for like summer, I feel like. You know what? I might do a couple different colors. I'm gonna do maybe like sunset eyes. And I'm gonna use these 2 and that shade up there. So we're gonna do some type of like sunset eye. I haven't done this in like a year, so it may be perfect, it may not. But we're just going to go with the flow.
I am taking that shade and placing it on my eyelid to build up that sunset eye.
We're gonna do like multiple different colors, maybe a little purple too.
I'm taking that purple shade and placing it next to the shade before.
If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. That's okay. Just want to get in that crease, that orange, and we're just packing that on. This is kind of like a sunset eye, I would say. Kind of, not really, but kind of. And we're gonna go in with that salmon color. So this salmon color right here, like the color of the coral iPhone 5C. I had the coral iPhone 5C. That's what it looks like and reminds me of. Coral, like salmon type of color. That's what it is. These shades are gorgeous shades, don't get me wrong. They just take a little bit to build up. Vibrant pink for this sunset. So we're gonna go in with this pink. Blend this out once you finish the other part. Then we're gonna go in this shade. I don't know if we used that shade. I don't think we did, but we're gonna go in with that shade. Another one of these. We're gonna go in with this shade. So what you're doing is you're just creating like ombre.
We're adding that shade and continuing to create the sunset eye.
Purple. And I think we're gonna use that. So for purple, use that on the inner corner. And not coming out how I wanted it to, but that's okay. Just gonna blend.
The look didn't turn out how I wanted, so I'm taking it off.
I think what we're gonna do, so that look didn't work out, but this is the official either 3 or 4. Let's see. I can use that green. You know what? I think what we're gonna do is do these 3 shades. But we already did a green. We could do blue. I want to do these colors originally, so I think I'm gonna do these colors. Even though, yeah, we're gonna do those colors. We're gonna put that all over the eyelid. And then we're gonna go in with the shimmer. Just make sure when you are doing colorful eyeshadow that you are blending it. We're gonna use this on top of this. But this could work as a look together too.
I'm taking my eyeshadow primer in my shop to add on top of my eyelid to create a cut crease effect.
With this orange. This orange right here. Yeah, that orange.
I'm taking that orange shimmer shade and I'm placing it on top of my eyelid to add to this look. I'm taking a few thumbnail pictures. I'm wiping my makeup off, getting ready to do the next eyeshadow look.
We're gonna play around with these blues. So I think we're gonna do this blue. And I think we're gonna do that blue on the top. So this blue and that one. No, this.
I'm adding that white eyeshadow to my eyelid. I'm taking that silver eyeshadow that ends up being blue and I'm starting to add it to my eyelid with my fingertip.
5th and final look. That's what we ended up coming up with for the 5th and final look. This I know is over. It's not silver, it's more of like a blue, I would say. Makeup, that is the 5 looks. Let's clean this up and add some more foundation under. So, where's my foundation brush? I'm gonna set this over here because I don't want that to break. Where's my foundation brush? It's also on my sponge, so let's do this. Alright, that is the 5 looks, 1 palette using the Beauty Creations Remi Circus Clown eyeshadow palette. The thing I did notice too at the end is these are more of like a creamy eyeshadow. So when I'm putting my finger into it, it's smudging like a little bit in the pan, but that's okay. It could be user error. But those are all the looks that I was able to create using the Remi Circus Clown palette. And I actually like this palette and I would recommend it for like a beginner getting into makeup. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.